they don't have wrestling. You know, they don't get that exposure. Yeah, a lot of the Cleveland public schools, they may not have a wrestling team. You know, you have to go out into the heights to be afforded those type of opportunities. In the inner city, you know, wrestling, you know, they may know WWE or something like that, but you know, we'll beat the streets. We're here to show them, hey, this is the real sport of wrestling.
So you actually
Yeah. This is real wrestling here.
My name is Kemp, and I'm here at the Beat the Streets Gala event to raise money and raise awareness to the Beat the Streets Cleveland program. It's a mentoring and youth program. I mean, it's a wrestling program, but really the goal is to mentor and provide leadership, to provide role models for inner city boys and girls of Cleveland. Well, one of the big takeaways is the sport of wrestling. The statistics, you can look them up. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but I know that there are very few, if any, inner city schools that have wrestling for youth, like 7th and 8th grade wrestling. If you go outside in the suburbs, there's wrestling starting even before 7th and 8th grade. Kind of like Pee Wee football and Little League baseball and that kind of stuff. Right. Well, a lot of kids in the inner city, they're not exposed to wrestling at all. I mean, they might know about it. They may see someone wrestle in high school or whatever, but for them to actually learn and be exposed to wrestling, it just doesn't exist. And this isn't just Cleveland, it's all over the inner cities of most cities in the United States. And the Beat the Streets organization is involved in lots of different cities, like California, different places throughout the United States.
It's a fun event, We're just trying to get the word out. Beat the Streets is predicated on reaching the inner city youth and just showing them, we're just giving them another activity to do.
I swipe to the right, feet goes back, right foot goes back, I push off hard. My level change, right here. The chest is down to my knees, right arm. This stays tight, and now watch guys, my hips come in as he goes to scroll. My chest comes up and I flip up. Okay? And we got it? Let's try it, walk around. Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Beat the Streets is just a great cause. I mean, bringing wrestling to inner cities, I feel like one of the big things in a lot of inner cities is, basketball, football. Those are kind of seen as like the main two sports. And I know growing up, my dad didn't even let me touch basketball because he was like, you guys are going to get caught in the trap. You're going to have hoop dreams. He was like, we're not even going to mess with basketball. And obviously, I'm not really that tall. So that part worked out. Whereas, wrestling, this is a way to get out of whatever situation. I wouldn't have got to go half the places I've been if it wasn't for wrestling. I got to leave the country a couple times because of wrestling. So hopefully we can get some other kids to that point and get some kids to realize that this can really be a lifestyle.
So my name is Burroughs Backer. I'm here to support Beat the Streets. And so because Beat the Streets has supported me. I'm a father of seven wrestlers. And I've been living out of the country for a long time. And I came back to Cleveland, and with all my children, I wanted to find a place to wrestle. And one day I was at Cleveland Heights High School, and some boys were raising money for their own wrestling program at Cleveland Heights. So I pulled them aside and I said, young men, I said, you guys wrestle? They said, yeah. I said, where can I find youth wrestling programs around here? He said, wait a second, do you know about Beat the Streets? And I said, no, what's that? So they told me about it right there in the stadium. I logged in to the Beat the Streets website, shared some information, and then someone emailed me back and said that they were going to have a workshop over at one of the schools. So we went to that workshop. I think it was at Bedford, and after that, we were part of the team, and the team did a good job of reaching out to us and letting our boys come and my daughter to come out and wrestle with them, and then we joined part of the team. We had fun with the practices. They had opportunities to compete. They had opportunities to go to different tournaments, and even the summer camps this summer. So they've done a really, really good job, and I'm really thankful for Demetrius and the entire Beat the Streets team, and we look forward to wrestling with them again in this winter.
Once you're an adult, you're an adult. Life changed, you got responsibility, you gotta pay bills, people expecting stuff of you, people want you out of the crib, you gotta go find your own spot. Like right now, people will still take care of you for the time being. Coach Reggie will be a mentor for you. Once you graduate, you have no mentors, right? And so I think this is an important time for you to be like, okay, let me dial back in for these 2 years. Let me finish off high school the way I wanna finish it off, because I know I'm capable, right? I'm 2 more years mature than I would have been as a sophomore. But now I know all the things that I made mistakes on, and even though it's gonna be hard, I'm gonna get a lot out of it. And then, once you finish, then you can say, okay, I wiped my hands with it, I'm done, I did it the right way, I did it my way, I went back, I corrected all my mistakes, and now I can move on. If you wanna go into the workforce, you can do that. But you're more mature now, so think about that. Like now you got an upper hand on where you were 2 years ago. You were 2 years younger and you were trying to do all the same work. So now you're smarter, you're older, you're more mature, and you get to go back and do the same work. And you get to go back and wrestle. So I think you should take advantage of that, bro. Like, don't give up on that. Like, you'll always be able to work. Money is out there. That won't go away. You'll always have the ability to make money. But high school ends, and high school is easy. And so I go back. I'd wrestle. It's gonna be hard. There's gonna be some days that are gonna suck, and you're gonna wanna quit, and you'll be like, man, why did I do this? Why did I listen to JB? Why did I come back? But I'm telling you, bro, like, whenever you can do something that's gonna build you, you do it. I think about it the same way. I'm like, man, I should retire. Like, I don't have to wrestle anymore. But I only want to do that because wrestling's really hard. You know what I mean? Not because my life will be better after wrestling. My life is amazing now. But I know that if I keep doing this, I'm gonna have to grind. And sometimes I don't feel like grinding. I just want to chill. But bro, you can change your life, dog. And not only your life, but everybody else behind you. Someday you're gonna go and be a father, you're gonna be a leader, and you're gonna tell people this story like, man, I remember I was at this kind of crossroads in my life, and I was deciding, do I go to just finish up school and work? Do I go back and try to wrestle again and finish up these last 2 years? And like, it's hard, but that's where the good stuff is. The good stuff is in the hard stuff. And man, like, you know that, you already know that. It's easy to just move on. It's hard to do this, but it's worth it, it's valuable. is valuable. You can't get that back.
This is a dream. This is a dream come true. Like that song said, living your dream. This is my dream. I am an example of a beat the street Cleveland kid. Let me say it again. I am an example of a beat the street Cleveland kid. I was born and raised in the inner city of Cleveland, actually not too far from here, in a household that consisted of 2 blind parents, had disabled siblings, and I had disabilities of myself. I'm vision impaired, I'm hearing impaired. Because of that hearing impairment, I have a speech impediment. So growing up, I struggled in a lot of aspects of life. Socially, emotionally, psychologically, I struggled. One of the biggest reasons I was able to kind of overcome those adversities was the sport of wrestling. I want to make sure y'all hear this. I struggled and wrestling saved my life. But I can tell people all the time, I'm probably the worst wrestler in this room. The worst. But I gained the most out of the sport. I feel like I gained more than anybody from the sport of wrestling. And I ain't talking about on the mat. I'm talking about stuff off the mat. The leadership, the hard work, the dedication, the commitment, the follow through. All of the things that I learned is what we're giving to all of these kids in the city of Cleveland. So just like I overcome those odds and the adversity and the struggle, those challenges, we're trying to make sure each and every one of these kids in the city of Cleveland overcome them out the same way.